college student brain. And my poems are usually very long and hefty, so excuse the paper. All right. Lessons from Taft Street's New Beginnings. They fixed the house up after we were gone. They waited so that we left. Lisa, I think her name was, or Rosa, something simple but sweet, like the Puerto Rican accent she picked up from off the streets. Her neighbor's cries all choked up in her throat. She is mad, so mad, I think she may be mad for all of us. Every summer my eyes trail over huddles of newly moved in transplants in neighborhoods where there are still open homicide cases. I'm wondering how they feel about our kids getting basketballs lost in their front yards, trampling their picket signs. They plant their signs like white flags, surrendering before a fight. They see these kids jumping over the fence into the yard at night, immediately assume a threat. And our new neighbors, they hesitate when their hands reach out to grab the phone, they clench their fists. I imagine them hiss, those damn kids. Rosa, Lisa, my favorite neighbor, forgive me for forgetting your name. I just want you to know I wish I could give you your home back, Mama. Remember you used to call us by that name? I wish we could have rebuilt that home for you, even if the new neighbors still moved in. Somehow, Taft Street could have held its essence and transformed, but for us first, and then for them. Truthfully, our existence is postulated every time the rent goes up. Our neighborhoods swallowed up by glass ceilings. I'm still watching Mommy hold her head heavy in her hands, pouring out sighs over bills higher than the little boys I see puffing down Grandma's street. Only thing in common is a loss of oxygen in every inhale and the lack of will with every heave. I promise I don't hate anybody loving this city enough to move in. I just wish that the progress they're attracted by was something that we could all envision. And I'm still trying to figure out, how is it that we are progressing, or what are we progressing towards? And all at once, we're stuck in this endless summer of murders. Murder of body, of mind, of will, of soul, murder of human empathy. I remember and I heard that they took out their phones recording. No one thought to call 911 when they saw him bleeding, and I'm so sorry. I'm tired of pointing fingers. Blame game is exhausting, and everyone has a hand in the community's demise. But you know what? There are other hands being used for healing. So, this is what I choose. I find the only useful thing now is for me to pray. And I ask God, remind me to see the hands that are working. I choose practical hope, the kind that plants dreams, not just sleeps on them. Let's teach ourselves the lost art of self-sustenance. Teaching ourselves how not to waste that first check and instead invest it. I love my brother's dream about buying a compound where the whole generation can live, similar to the rolling hills in DR belonging to my grandma's ancestry. My friend once told me, let's get out of here and buy some land and build a town. Oh, Alex, I'm thinking we should give it a go around. But I'm afraid I just can't do that unless I can take this whole city with me somehow, uproot her from the death and reincarnation of all her colonial destinies. No other solution than to love our village relentlessly, but never hopelessly. When I work with these high school kids, they tell me, Miss, I'm gonna make this money. And I ask them what they're grateful for. They say, God and family. God and family, God and family. I play with the words on my tongue. God's heart in this city, my extended kin. I hope they hold on to their values and their stories. Love, consuming hate till there is no weapons left to wield. Nothing more life-giving than to hold on to who we are. If I have a dream I think is worth fighting for till the very end, it's them. They help me to understand how tone deaf it is to tell someone to broaden their horizons when you don't understand that the iron bars in the bedroom windows are blocking their view of the sun. I sit there with them as they tell me, Miss, it's hard, and I nod.